Hey, let's go. Hello, and welcome to the Blue Tweezers channel with myself, Alan, from the Blue Tweezers channel, and my opponent for this evening, Rough Swordsman Wargamer, for a little bit of what we're going to be calling Blue and Rough.
Did make me laugh.
Yeah. It sounds like a bar fight or something like that, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
But anyway, we're here
Just
to.
waiting. We'll give it a couple of minutes
We'll
just to
see if anybody turns up. Yes.
see the hordes turn up.
Yeah,
you know.
indeed,
So
indeed. And just put out a few posts just to pour encourager les autres.
I'll do mine as well. Hold on,
Yeah.
we'll do that. If you're in the chat, by the way, just say hi.
Yeah, and let us know you can hear us as well, and
Yeah,
see us. So this is so with stuff I've been doing with Rough. It's with the cameras on. So you get it's all red and tooth and claw and warts and all and every other
and we'll
thing
them
you can say about it. So right, those that are sent off.
doing mine.
So we'll be doing some Atlantic Chase, which is a very, very new game from GMT, and I got rather excited about it when it was on P500. When I first looked at it, I thought, nah, don't worry about it. And then I saw some videos by the designer, and I thought, hello, this is a bit different. And I like me a bit of difference. And Ruff, you were a bit skeptical, weren't you? You were more skeptical.
Well, when I saw it on the P500, I looked at it and it said that the solo suitability was halfway, and I thought, oh dear, that's not for me then. And then Mike Bertelli, the designer of Tank Duel and Wolfpack, said, no, there's a 70-page solo book with it.
Indeed, there is.
So yes, there is. So,
and you can play the two-player ones solo fairly well as well, because there's hidden information in the game, but not hidden information from each player. So it's all in the open.
Anyway,
it's hidden by the mechanics rather than hidden by, you hiding bits of paper and scribbling things down in secret and stuff like that. So Ruff, you've only just got hold of the game yourself, so you haven't actually played it yet.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I've done an unboxing video that's out next week, but I haven't had a chance to look at the rules. So you are going to be, you're going to earn your keep tonight by trying to walk me through.
Right, indeed, yes. Now there are some tutorials, but we're wizened old farts. Doing war games, so we don't have truck with that. I would advise, if you've got the game, go through the tutorials. They're very straightforward, and actually they do kind of give you an idea of what's going on here. But I'm going to attempt to just throw Rough in at the deep end,
yeah,
and see if he can sink or swim. Well, it's almost as if I scripted this, so I'm trying to take him through it. So we're going to be doing the first operational. Yeah, there are different types. Operational two-player scenario called Homecoming, which is August 1939, where this is effectively a bit of a chase, Atlantic Chase. It's a bit of a chase, where Ruff, you're going to be the Germans, boo hiss, and I'm going to be the British. And you've got to get a passenger liner back from New York without me intercepting it and capturing it before the war starts. The war hasn't started yet.
I've got the book here. I can't make head and tail of it, but it does say the war hasn't started yet.
Yes, so there could be provocations which could start the war in the middle of the scenario. So what that means is that until the war starts, airstrikes and battles can't happen, which is good, as in this is an introductory scenario, as in you don't have to worry about those bits yet. But I do need to go through at least some of the rules for you. Otherwise,
Yes,
you
please.
don't know what the hell you're doing.
I
Okay, so
don't.
yeah, so it isn't a game with a number of a turn record chart or anything. There's no turn one, turn two, etc. It's just backwards and forwards to whoever has the initiative. And actually, in this scenario, you have the initiative. So off you go.
Right. Next.
Just
So
kidding.
what are we doing?
Okay.
Good.
So in your when it's your initiative, if it's just become your initiative, i.e., you've inherited from the other player, you would do a
Right.
weather check roll, and
Okay.
if you zoom in to roughly where Sweden is on the game board,
Oh, it's going. Yes, I see it there. Weather check.
yeah, that you get a weather check there, which is there
Have you
is
zoomed in?
good weather
Zoomed
and
in.
sorry.
Have you zoomed in for the peeps
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can
yeah,
see
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. They got it. So center screen
Good.
there. So it's a weather check chart, and
Yeah, I've got it.
so you've got good and bad. That's your lot, good or bad. And then you've got a change or no change. When you roll the dice, depending on what the weather currently is, you roll a d6, and
It
you
changed.
change the weather or you don't. Okay, that's the first thing you do on your initiative. I think we may have to do that for this scenario because it doesn't say what the weather is at the start.
Oh, right.
Which normally the scenario is, but this doesn't. I've kind of like scoured it. I might be missing it, but I can't really see where it is. It talks about the weather check roll, but it doesn't say what it starts at. So I think we should make a dice roll at the start. Maybe assume it's good, and then maybe it's switch it to bad or something like that. But I can't actually see it here. Anyway, once you've done your
Oh,
weather check, you
yeah.
can do actions. Okay, now there's a whole list of the actions, and if we move down to one of the cards, you'll see an
Ah,
actions
okay. Yeah.
menu right on the bottom. Yeah. So those are the actions you can do in the game, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
That's
Gotcha.
all. So it's an airstrike, completion, engage, naval search path. Now I must admit some of these titles don't help a little bit, but most of them are all right. So the main one is actually down the bottom, which is called trajectory. And trajectory is how you kind of move in the game. Oh, hang on,
Right.
I've got the logo in the middle of the screen at the moment. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, you might have missed the. No, it's still there. Come on, off you go. No, it's gone now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
actually,
did mention it.
I
I did
might.
say you zoomed in. I just mentioned the big box.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in the middle of the screen. Unfortunately, there was a great big logo sitting there from ABS. So just go back to the weather. That's the weather check. There, it's good or bad, change or no change is a dice roll at the start.
Yeah.
So
Sorry about that, please.
right, you. Oh no, have we got a problem? Are we? Yes, I'm starting to get some hiccuping actually. Okay, it's working. I think it's
Are
working
you?
now.
Oh dear.
Uh, come on. Come on. Stream status isn't great. Okay, maybe something's holding it up. Hopefully, it's come back. It's come back. It's fine. All right. Sorry, there was a little bit of a hiccup on the getting
Little
to
lag
YouTube,
there,
I
was there?
think. So yes.
Yeah.
Right, back to where we were actually. Click back on the game board, and yes, where we trajectory. Yes. So this is how you kind of move in the game, but you don't actually move. You plan your move. So you take these little extreme rectangular blocks, and you chart where you're going to go. All right, on the board. So where you would ideally like to set to end up with, and you plonk them on. I'll just take some here. So say I'm starting here. So at the moment, I've got this little round marker, and that's called your station marker. Now, if you haven't got any trajectory, you'll be a station. A station means I am here. This is where I am. Okay. When you plan a trajectory, you take that marker off. So let's just do that. You put that back over by your, and you take your first trajectory marker. You can twizzle it around. Say I'm going that way, and then I can build other markers, and then do the same thing. Or you can clone markers as well. So clone. So I can just go click, 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 you know, and off. And that's a pathway. Yeah, it's a trajectory. Yes?
So that's anywhere, you can be anywhere along there. Nobody knows.
Yeah, even you. So you don't know how far you are on there, but that's your move, okay? And that can be up to 15 blocks long, okay? Now you can do this several times in your turn, and you can add blocks to a trajectory if you want to as well. Not take them away, but add them as well during a trajectory action. When you've done your block adding, you carry on with your next action. Okay.
Right.
Now the one thing that does happen is that if you put one of these blocks in an area where the enemy is, say instead of going that direction, I went this direction instead.
Oh, that's near me, isn't it?
Yeah. So say I did that, then the fact that you've got a station there means that I put what's known as you put what's known as an intel counter on. So you're aware that I'm either heading for that direction or am somewhere around there. Okay. And normally
we've got intel saying that you're
right.
in the vicinity.
Okay. Now, the opposite of a trajectory, what's useful for a to go along with a trajectory is pass, which is if we go down to the actions menu again, pass is kind of in the middle there. And effectively, what pass is about is you pick a task force and you start removing the trajectories from one end or the other. Up to you which end or the other, okay? That has to be your own task force, okay? Now, depending on the speed of your ships and the weather, it depends on how many you can do. So, each of your ships, and if we look at one of yours here, we've got, look at your task force display. We've got the Bremen, and we've got the Rough Swordsman. Yeah? Now, in the kind of the bottom right-hand corner, for the Bremen, you've got an F, a lowercase f, and for the Rough Swordsman, you've got an M. Now, F stands for fast, M stands for medium, and there are two other speeds, slow, which is an S, or very slow, which is a VS. Okay? Now, when you want to remove trajectories, you look at what's known as a time lapse. So the action is pass, but the actual act of removing trajectories is called time lapse because it might happen in other times as well, in other occasions. So
if it's a pass, you call it.
Yeah, if you're a pass, you do time lapse. So the pass is the action. Actually, what happens with the pass is you do a time lapse, and then you hand the initiative over to the other person. Okay, so that's where the pass thing comes in. The number on that chart, that time lapse chart, next to the speed is how many blocks you remove: 4, 3, 2, or 2, depending on if it's very slow, slow, medium, fast. Yeah, that's if you're in good weather. In bad weather, you just make a dice roll. So you have no idea how many you remove. Could be 6. Could be 1.
Oh, I see. That's the
move, yeah. So bad weather is actually quite good for removing, especially for slow ships. However, there's also that red column called Intel Limit. And that means that depending on your speed, if you're trying to get rid of a trajectory element with an Intel marker, that's the maximum amount of trajectories you can get rid of. So you ignore the first total and you use that red total.
And it would be, to me, it would make sense to get rid of the one with the Intel marker on it.
For you, as you're white, no, because these are grey markers.
If that was my Intel marker,
if that was your, yes, it's currently my Intel marker. So I would like to get rid of the Intel marker. I could only remove Well, depending on what that, if it was slow, I could only remove that marker and nothing else.
Gotcha.
Or I could ignore that marker and move my normal amount of segments. Okay.
Ah, right. I see.
Okay. But and Intel is very useful for people trying to find people. All right. Now, so
Hold on, Tweez. Hold on.
yeah,
Patchwork has asked if trajectories intersect or intersect. Do you get an intel?
no. So the only times you get an intel marker is if there's an enemy station, as in a task force that's as one of these little round cylinder markers. If you actually put one through a port of the enemy, so ports are these little red dots for the British, and the blue dots for the Germans. There's white dots as well, which could be either. Okay, so depending on the scenario, whether they'd count for the Germans or not, or they
I
count for
see.
the British
Of course.
or anything. Okay, so if you put a trajectory through the hex, so even if we didn't have that task force there, because Wilhelmshaven is actually here, if I just slightly move us out of the way, that port
Yeah.
is on that hex. You would still give me an intel marker because you've got a port
So
on
it's
there.
only airfield and port.
So it's ports, stations, airfields also count as well. So if you go through an area that's an airfield, so that one there, yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, so that's where when you earn intel markers, and you can only get rid of them using, well, pretty much, well, get rid of them because you don't want them or you don't want bad stuff to happen is via the time lapse intel limit when you do a pass or you do a time lapse for the task force. Okay. So trajectory and pass are kind of like the central one. That's how you kind of move around the board. Everything else is pretty much about trying to find somebody or fight them. Okay. Actually, so there's a third one which is kind of like pass, but is kind of the end of the move. So it's called completion, and completion. That's the second one
Gotcha.
on the row. Now, if you're 6 segments or closer to a port hex, as in you've only got 6 segments left or less, and one of them is in a port, okay, you can do what's known as a completion instead of just a pass. So rather than just nicking trajectories off the end, you can actually take a whole bunch off and actually end up where you want it to be. You can't do this if there's an intel marker. Okay, if there's an intel marker on any of your trajectories, you can't do a completion. And you can only do it as long as you have 6 segments or less. So any more than that, and you can't do a completion. You'd have to still do past time lapse. All right.
Right. Yep. Yep.
What happens then is that the only thing that happens to stop it is the other player does what's known as a seize initiative. So this is trying to grab the initiative of the other player. Pretty much seize initiative. You roll a dice, and if you get a 9 or more in 2d6, you seize the initiative, and that stops the completion. And now the other player has initiative. Rolls for weather, starts doing his thing. Okay. Whenever you try and seize initiative, or what's known as vie for initiative, when you roll the dice and you fail, you get a little bit of a bonus, and this is up here, known as a tally. So if you fail, that number goes up, and it acts as a dice roll modifier next time you come to try and get the initiative. Okay, and it goes.
Taking one off. You need.
It just adds one to your dice, so so a 9. It basically next time you try and seize initiative, an 8 plus 1 for the tally, 9. You'll then seize initiative, and whenever you seize it, you turn that and then you turn it over. So if you flip it, it becomes the other player's initiative. Yeah. Right. But if the seize initiative doesn't happen, you just take everything off for that task force. It's got to the port. Done. Okay.
Right. 6. Right.
Yeah. Note also towards the end, if the completion's a fail, so it doesn't happen, you still do a time lapse. Okay, so you still do that kind of pass thing to remove some trajectories. Yeah, even though you didn't get the completion. If
the other person seizes initiative,
you get a time lapse. Right. It's the last thing you get to do. All right. So that's the kind of third of the core things here. Right. All the others. So naval search is probably the most relevant thing that happens here. Is effectively, if you're a station or you're a trajectory, and you're in the same hex as somebody else's trajectory, you can search for them. Okay.
Aren't these? Do you think, sorry to interrupt. But don't you
Yeah,
think these handouts are bloody brilliant? Oh, Jeremy
they
does a
are good.
great job with these.
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah,
They are good. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So you don't have to kind of read any further. A couple of times I've had to kind of actually, what exactly do you mean
yeah,
there?
sure.
Yeah. So what you do then, when you announce this, you put the markers on, so you can see the active task force marker and the search marker. You just point to who you're talking about here in that hex, and then you roll on the naval search table, which is up here.
Hold
And
on.
what you do, yeah, it's between stealth attack and engage. So naval search there. So what you do is you calculate what's known as the trajectory total. Now you do this a lot in this game, and what you do is you add the trajectory of both sides. Okay, so in our
Yeah,
idea
all the
here,
block.
you add them together. So a station is 0, and the other. So if you were searching for me now, let's
Uh-huh.
say in Wilhelmshaven's hex, the trajectory total would be 2 because I'm 1, 2. I've got 2 of those. You've got none. So you correspond that with the trajectory total on the chart,
Uh-huh.
which column you use. So it will be the 0 to 4 column. All right. Then you roll 2 dice, but you
Uh-huh.
add
That's what it says.
modifiers. There's modifiers known as common modifiers. All right, and the common modifiers are down
That's one of the
here.
sheets I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, so common modifiers are here. So if you have air support, you get, depending on which side you are, whether you're active or not, and how far away the air support is. Air support is from an airbase. You'll get a plus or a minus. If you're the target player, you don't want to be found. It will be a minus. If there is a contact marker, and a contact marker is kind of like a super intel, as in somebody saw you, actually saw you. Not that we think you're there, but we actually saw where you are.
Yeah.
And depending on how fast you are, that gives a modifier as well. Evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers is it's a counter that you earn when the other side don't do things properly. So when they fail at something on a particular
Oh,
thing,
right.
you'll earn an evasive maneuver marker, and it's a one-use kind of special get out of jail free card, kind of, which gives you a negative modifier for the target. You have coordination. Now, coordination is about if there's something else in the hex on your side, they can help you. Okay, so if there's somebody else can help you search. So one task force is searching, but another task force may be there as well. Even though it's not active, it will help you, and you get
Right.
positives for
Okay.
that. The downside of coordination, even though you get positives or negatives, is that you may have to count the trajectory of that task force rather than your
Oh,
original one. Okay, whichever's greater.
right.
Okay, so if you have something that's got a very long trajectory, you probably don't want to put it in to the.
Because you
Uh,
swap over to that
that's
number
right.
of blocks
Yes,
if you
indeed.
coordinate.
Yes,
Right.
indeed. I must note at the moment that I can't actually see the chat. So, Ruff, if you can manage that, I
Hold on.
don't know why, but I
No,
can't actually
well,
see it.
nothing here at the moment.
No,
I've
brilliant. Okay.
answered everything.
One last thing is known as interruption. Now, for certain things, airstrike, naval search, engage, and stealth attack, interruption is an attempt by the inactive player, the target, to stop you. Okay? So that's only if the people who are trying to search have an intel marker attached to them. So you know they're there and they're searching for you. You try and avoid them. An interruption is 2d6, no modifiers. You just go to, and let me just go to the table. Interruption is just kind of Catalonia area on the board. And depending on how many intel markers are on the trajectory of the searching task force, you roll against that 2d6, no mods, and you get a result. The negatives is about you get a minus. So the person searching for you gets a minus. An S is very nice. It's a slip, which means that you slip away. And then
Oh,
the other ones, V for I and IC. IC is initiative change, so immediately the initiative changes. Or a V for I means it's a dice off for initiative. But you failed. You failed to find. You don't even go onto the naval search table. You don't even roll anymore. Okay. But assuming that you got through, you roll trajectory total against the dice minus these common modifiers. So air support, coordination, evasive maneuvers, contact, and anything you get off the interruption table as a negative. And then you actually interpret what the symbols are that come up. Okay. And I won't go through all the symbols, but it is actually quite neat how they work at the moment. Otherwise, we're going to probably bore everybody to
go
tears.
through those when they occur. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go through those when they occur.
Yeah, we'll go through them when they occur. So that's naval search. The other two I want to look at, one is signals. So with signals, you are converting an enemy trajectory into a station. So you're pinning them into a certain hex. Okay.
Right.
They must have an intel marker on them. Okay. So once they have an intel marker, you can go, right, I'm going to pursue that intelligence to find out exactly and pin you in this area. All right. So that's what signals does. So you convert the whole trajectory into a station in the hex with the intel marker. All right. And then you do a time lapse and a seize initiative. Okay. So that's all that signals is. No, and whenever you do these actions, if they don't have something to do with initiative at the end, you keep going with your initiative. When you get to one that says anything other than initiative change, it's a challenge. And if you still win that challenge, you still continue with the initiative. It's only once you lose the initiative, everything flips over and the other person is active. And again, until you can get the initiative back, you're not doing very much here. Okay. So that's signals. The last one is engage. So this is when you're trying to do a battle. Okay, when you're trying to actually engage the person. So very much like naval search. So your active task force is a station or a trajectory, and the target is a station. So this engage goes very well with signals. You use signals to pin somebody in the hex and put them down as a station, and then you use engage to try and get a battle with them. Note that if there's intel on your engaging task force, then there's a possibility to interrupt. But other than that, you roll on a table very much like the naval search. There's an engage table. Same modifiers apply. In fact, the same modifiers apply to most things. So engage table here, yes. And then you roll, and again, trajectory total. But of course, the target must be a station, so it's a 0. But you could still be a trajectory yourself when you're trying to roll this engage. Yeah. And you get a result there, which is usually a battle, possibly a skirmish, which is a one battle round, or surprise, which is a lopsided battle, or there's closing as well, which CLOS, which is not really a battle. It's kind of like you've found you got more information effectively, but you didn't quite win the battle. Sorry, I'm getting that wrong. So in closing, if you're faster than the people you're trying to pin, then you turn it into a battle. If not, then you've just got a contact. Okay, that's what closing is.
Okay.
All right. So we won't worry about airstrike and the battles yet, because we can't do them at the start of the scenario. Also, ignore stealth attack, because that's about submarines and mines, and we don't have them in this scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything else, torpedo attacks and gunnery ranges and stuff, we can just ignore. Okay.
Good. Let's get going.
So you are starting. So you start off with the initiative. So the tally mark. Tally mark is yeah. So let's get rid of these.
Oh yeah. What?
Put them back here. got to say this TTS module's really quite good as well.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I'll just delete that.
So
I've got
I've
to
got to
bring
get my passenger ship.
Yeah, so you've got the Bremen, which is over in New York. Now, there's nothing hidden in this game, so I know which task force the Bremen is. There's no
Yeah,
dummies or anything like that. So you've got the Bremen there. You've got the Graf Spay to help if you want to. You also have a reinforcement here, reinforcement A, which is down the reinforcement box on your task force display here,
yeah,
and they're actually in Kiel. And Kiel is
yeah.
this box here effectively, yeah.
Yeah,
Now, to bring those in, you have to do what's known as a reorganize. That's actually one of the actions I didn't go through. And effectively, what you do is you roll against a 2d6. If you get a 7 to 12, you succeed and they come in. If you fail, you time lapse a task force on your side, and then I get the initiative. Okay, so
okay.
that's what reorganize is. But so it's risky because if you fail, there's no dice off or anything. Immediately the initiative changed, so it can
Get it.
be. So you start off with. I think we'll start off with good weather. We'll just stick with good
Yeah,
weather, I think.
let's start off with good
Okay,
weather and see.
so it's your initiative. You can now do actions. Now, probably the first thing you're going to do is put a trajectory down for the
Yes.
Bremen.
Right, let me get you pick.
And it's 15 segments.
Okay, how do I pick this up? Oh, how do I pick up the little block? You can see I'm no
The
good at this.
little block. If you hover over it, you should get like an infinity symbol, and you just pick.
Ah, right. I've got.
Yeah.
Where's my ship?
Where's your ship's gone?
Yeah,
Oh.
I must have clicked something.
You've moved.
Oh, have I moved it? Oh, of course. Yeah. Look, let me move that back. Can I move it or not? Sorry,
I don't know.
chaps.
I don't know how you move it. How did you move it?
It's me. I told you, didn't I?
Or you could just move these guys. I don't know what you did there.
Obviously done something. Ah, drag selectable. Hold on. Let me try that. Oh dear, oh dear. Give me. There we go. No, it won't let me do it. No, it won't let me drag it or do anything. I've done obviously messed it right up.
Yeah, typical. Okay.
Typical. Typical. Yeah.
So let's put the guys on the chart anyway, but you'll have to pull out the the markers from there.
So what do I do? Go on the affinity sign or?
Yeah, if you hover over it and you just pick up a piece, as if they were just sitting there, like this. Yeah.
Yeah, why can't I do that?
There you go.
Ah, no. Ah, got it. Right.
Right.
So
what you can do now is a clone. So if you put it down.
yeah. So that let me just zoom in a bit because I can't see what I'm doing. And that station disappears now. Yeah.
Yeah. So you put that back in the task force display. So you take that across.
Where are we? That goes
There.
here.
Okay.
Plop. And we go back, and now we want to.
So if we move that into the hex, okay.
Yep.
So if you pull down the menu on that block, and you click on clone, you can then
Right, isn't it?
Yeah, right click and then clone. That's it.
It's not letting me clone.
Oh. So don't.
What I'm doing.
Yeah, don't click it. Don't click it itself. Just right click when you're over it. Right click rather than left click, and you should get a menu.
It's still grayed out.
Oh, it's grayed out. Okay. Maybe it thinks you're British or something. I can do it. Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
Tell me where you want them anyway.
Well, I think the best thing to do is to come along sort of here, but then I'm going to hit these ports and airstrike places.
You are.
So I've got to get back to Kiel.
Yes.
Or
Kiel. No, not just Kiel. So in this scenario, you can do one of three places. So either Kiel, Wilhelmshaven, or Murmansk, which is in northern Russia. But Murmansk has a slight difficulty is that when you get there, if you get there, when you get
up
there,
here.
you might get interned. You might be confiscated. Okay, but it's only on a 1 in 6. So, but you can head for Murmansk. Now, note you
That's a
can only
long.
put 15 markers down at the moment. So you're probably going to struggle to get it anywhere. You've got to end up somewhere in the middle, if you like.
Yeah, but we can.
So I suggest you should avoid Halifax because that would cause an intel marker in Canada, the next hex. So you'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
go
yeah.
there next.
On here and maybe go down to. I'm going to have to either come round here
Yeah. Well, around there is safer.
and
Otherwise,
go through.
you have to run through the gauntlet of Portsmouth.
Yeah, and the rest of the things in the
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably come up here and come into this hex, and that will miss this one, won't it? It'll miss.
So something like this.
Oh, yeah.
So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So 12, 13, 14.
12.
15. I should think.
Exactly. Okay. So let's
twist. Twist those. I'm just going to write. Oh, I can. Hold on. Right. So twist that. I can do that, but I can't blooming clone them.
Yeah. Weird. Yeah. So anyway, I'll leave you to do that.
Yeah,
So,
I'll be faffing around with that.
Okay. Now you might want to build a trajectory out of the Graf Spey as well. Up to you.
And this is Rough Spay here, the station. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you mean build?
So you may want him to go somewhere as well, because once you build a trajectory, the next thing you do probably is pass, because you want to start removing the trajectories from your original path. But trajectory doesn't cause any initiative change, so you can build more trajectories for other task forces straight afterwards.
So what, this would be worthwhile coming round the other way to sort of protect it as it comes along?
Maybe it could act as a coordinating force. I need to delete those. They could act. It could act as a coordinating force. Yeah.
It's going to follow the opposite way of the route, so it can what do we call it?
Yeah.
Protect.
Yeah. So you can be a coordinating force, or you could try and engage if something's trying to get there, etc. Yeah. Now remember that at the moment war has not been declared. However, every time we do a weather check, if we roll a 1 on the weather check, war has been declared and it's full on, no hold bars. But until that point, any engage result that says trigger a battle is ignored unless I get that result on an engage and I'm trying to engage through Bremen. And if I do, then he will be captured, and that's the end of the scenario. So we finish at that point. Okay, so it's capture the flag, or the movable flag here at the moment. Yeah. So and also airstrikes are not available as well until war's declared.
So what I think I'll do is, again, I can't seem to pick up these. I can move them and turn them around, but I can't. Must be something I did. Here's the graph spay here, isn't it? So I can't seem to pick them up. Okay.
So what do you want to do? So put one there, yeah?
So that goes back.
It does?
So I'll pick that up, isn't it? Good. Pop that back there. There. And then I'm just going to pop, where is he? Actually in Kiel.
No, he's in Wilhelmshaven. So it was in that space.
And I'm going to... Do
you want me to clone?
Yes, please. I can't do anything.
That's all right.
I've messed it up.
Okay. So
I think we'll just come round and follow it back. Yeah, let's be boring.
Okay. So there.
I'll flip them. Rotate them.
How far? You probably don't want to go too far.
No, I don't want to go too far out. Maybe about sort of there, here, another couple maybe.
Okay, right. Okay, so if you line those up. Now, when you do a pass, you get to time-lapse only one task force.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. You can't do them both. Is what you're saying.
No, there are leaders in the game. There aren't any in the scenario, which a couple of them allow you to do that, and you can pass every single task force. You time lapse every single task force in a pass, but this ain't it.
Right.
Okay.
Last one. Pop that up there, so keep them the same. Bring that down. Rotate it. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now probably the best thing you
I'm
can
going
do
pass.
is going to pass. Okay. In which case you pick a task force and you do time lapse.
So it's going to be the
You're going to be the
passenger.
Bremen. So the Bremen is
Yeah.
an F ship. It's a fast ship. So
Oh.
therefore, on the time lapse, a fast ship in good weather gets to remove 4 segments.
Lovely.
Okay.
So let me just do that then.
So you just eliminate 4 segments. You can take them either or both ends. You can't get rid of it.
I can't get rid of it either. I can't do any of the bottom 3 things on the
Okay.
menu for some
okay.
reason.
So there you go. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. I'm just wondering if I get to do it on the British, whether we're the wrong way round. They think you're the German, and they think you're the British, and I'm the German. But anyway.
And I'm trying to do illegal things.
Yeah, you're moving my pieces, and I'm trying to move your pieces, kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. So
yeah,
that was well sorted anyway. Right.
Messed up
So it's over to me. So the first thing I do is I roll for weather change.
Because it's gone over to you. Right.
Yeah. I got a 3. That's nothing, and it's not a 1, so war hasn't started yet. Oops.
Right. That war thing, is it on the weather check or on any
weather
die
check?
roll?
It's just the weather check. Also, there's a chance is if I try and engage you in the hex of Murmansk, Kiel, or Wilhelmshaven, I roll a dice as well, and if I get a 1, war starts as well because it's an incident. The weather check dice roll is meant to be, the Germans have started invading Poland, so the whole thing's kicked off.
I was going to say
mid-scenario.
It's just you attacking a defenseless passenger ship. It's not actually anything to do with Poland.
Yeah. So, right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to build some trajectories as well. So I think what I will do is
you've got 3 task forces, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 3 task forces. So my 0 task force is 2 battleships, a cruiser, and 2 light cruisers. 2 cruisers and 2 light cruisers, and my other 2 are 2 heavy cruisers. Themselves. I'm going to send one of those out immediately. So this guy here, I'm going to drag him back.
Just stay in port and have a nice cup of tea.
No.
Oh, right.
Okay. So I'm going to go 1, 2, clone.
So you sort of know my trajectory. You sort of know where I'm going to be passing.
6.
And you're going to try and intercept, are you?
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Hello.
I forgot to do the undo the clone. So let's just turn him around.
So this is where you're intercepting here, yeah, where the 2 are meeting.
I missed one in Scarpa flag. Where was the? Oh, damn. Okay, hang on. Did I not put one there? There needs to be one here as well. Okay, so I've built that trajectory. Do I want to do any other trajectories?
I'm just tidying up. There we are.
Sure. I think I will probably move this guy out as well. And we'll start in the Clyde.
Are you going to come down
No,
down past Wales, or are you coming round the top of Ireland
I think
again?
I'm going to clone again. And
Well, I suppose it makes sense. You know, I'm not coming down round
coming here as well. So
the southern part of Ireland, so. Cool, you've got it in for me, haven't you?
that's the idea.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll keep the other guys in reserve. Watchful eye for your reinforcements, maybe. And right, so I'm going to try and do a naval search in this hex here, in the middle of the
Right.
Atlantic, and that's going to be by the cruisers. Okay, so that's the two. It's the double stripe, not the blank. Task Force 3. Okay, so naval search. The first thing we do is okay. So I'm a trajectory, and you're a trajectory as well. So I take my markers, which is active task force, and it's these guys are the active task force. I am searching.
That hex.
I'm searching for you, so it's a particular task force I'm searching for. Okay,
Yeah.
and my other task force is coordinating. So it's the little CF. Okay, so they're helping.
Right. Gotcha.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we look at the not the actions menu, the common. So there is no air support. It's too far away from anywhere. There is no contact marker. There is no contact marker. There is no evasive manoeuvres.
Yeah.
Okay, so none of those there. There is, however, coordination. It's good weather. So the fact that I have a coordination task force gives me +2. Okay, you have no interruption because there's no intel on any of my my task forces. Okay, so it's basically +2. Now what we do is we look at the trajectory total. So you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're 11, and I add my task force, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now note that the other one, the coordinated task force, is 5, but we count the 6 because it's so it's 11 plus 6. 11 plus 6 is 17. So we look at the naval search and 17 is maximum on the chart. Okay.
Right.
So we roll 2 dice and add 2. Okay, let's just roll our 2 dice. So that's a 9. So if we look at naval search, 16 plus, a 9 is, it's like red segment, white segment, red segment. Okay. Okay, that's known, I think it's known as a gap. Now we look over here to the common results, it's known as early or late. So I didn't find you there, but you've either been or you haven't arrived yet. Okay. And what I do, now what I do is then go, okay, up to that spot, you're not there. So that is removed. Okay. However, that's now got us a discontinuity. So you're either further along or you haven't got there yet. And I get to decide which one it is. So I'm going to say, you haven't got there yet.
No,
which means,
I knew you was going to say that.
So, which means
all those
that
disappear.
all these disappear. Okay. But we remove these markers. We don't need those anymore. However, the good news is that I didn't find you. And at the end of a naval search action, if we look at the chart, you time lapse all designated task forces except the target task force. So I get a time lapse. Then we get a seize initiative option by you. Okay. So my time lapse good weather, all designated task forces. So that's the coordinating and the active. It's not just the active. So the cruisers are F, so they remove 4. So I'll get rid of these ones. 2, 3, 4. And the battleship squadron is, they have slow. So the Royal Oak and Nelson are slow, so they only remove 2. So we remove that one and that one. Okay. And now
So it's
you get
now
to roll. You
down.
roll 2 dice, and you need a 9 or more.
Yeah. Okay, but it's narrowing down where everybody is now, isn't
Exactly. Yeah. So you can see the effect of the search has had.
it? Yeah.
So you roll 2 dice. That's
No.
not a 9 or more. So I keep the initiative. Okay. So what am I going to do? Well, I think I'm going to extend the trajectory on the cruisers. I'm going to extend the trajectory on the battleships. And I'm going to do another naval search. Okay. So now,
I see it.
so now I've got a lot more chance of finding you now because the trajectory isn't so big. So place our markers.
Maybe a silly question. Maybe a silly question.
Yes.
But why didn't you extend the trajectories out to the end of my
Because then my trajectory total would be much bigger.
You get a worse throw. Right, gotcha.
Yeah, because you add all the trajectories together. At the moment, I'm getting what's probably likely to be a 7. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so coordinating again with the battleships, searching there. So again, no air support, no evasive maneuvers, no contact. We do have coordination in good weather because we don't re-roll the weather until the initiative changes. So that's +2. And the trajectory total is actually 1, 2, 3 for you. But I have to use my coordinating force, which is 4, rather than the cruisers, which is 3. So it's 7 total. So you look at the chart, and 7 is a lot better than 17.
Yes.
So that siege initiative was actually quite critical. So we look at 7. So we're on a 5 to 9 chart, and we got a +2. So let's roll the dice. That's an 11. Now that sounds good. So 5 and 11.
It looks good.
So we got like a white eye and a what looks like a station. So if we look across here, a white eye is contact. Contact means attach a contact marker to the target in the hex. So I take one of your contact markers, drag it around here, and there's evidence that you're in this hex. Okay. Sorry, just want to make sure try and organise this. There we go. Right. Okay. So we have a contact marker, but we also had another result there. We had the station marker. So the station marker is sighted. Remove the target's trajectory segments and in any intel, if any, and place its task force station in the space. So you are there, but I haven't. I've got a contact, but that's all. So I can take your marker, put it here.
Oh, you've got it already, have you?
And we remove these segments. So
yeah, I can't do it.
It's all right.
Lovely. Right.
Okay. Naval search. After the end of a naval search, what happens? All designated task forces except the target time lapse. So the battleships remove 2. The cruisers remove 4. 2.
Oh, so we become
3.
Station then.
So I've removed all my trajectories, so I become a station.
Right.
Which is these guys here. All right, I'll move these.
Yeah, doesn't look good, does it?
Well, don't worry. No, not in one zone.
Say that. I'm not convinced. You're turning your voice there.
Well, there's still things that can happen here. So this is not a
Yeah.
foregone conclusion. Because the next thing that happens is you get a seize initiative. And actually,
Right.
sorry, that should flip
Oh,
over.
that should move up, shouldn't it?
That should be on 1, yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
Okay, so
You
you
do
need
it
to roll a
because I'm
9 or
sorry.
more with a +1 on the dice now.
Am I red? I'm
Uh,
red, aren't I? So,
no, I think you're blue, actually. It doesn't really matter.
no, I think I'm
Whichever we are.
okay.
Okay.
Right. So I've got red dice. Look.
Okay, red dice, that's fine. Cool.
Hold on,
So
let's get the. What do I need? 9.
9 with a +1.
Hold on, let's do a proper roll. That's better.
Oh, so
no.
close. So close, but so
that goes
so far. It goes up to 2.
Get a +2. Right.
But, right, what have we got here? I've got you as a station, and I've got a station there as well. So what I can do now...
So you're actually eyeballing me now?
Yes. Well, well, I'm now trying... I've seen you, but I'm now trying to chase you down in that area to bring you to battle. So what I'm going to do now is an engage.
I'm a passenger ship. What do you mean, bring me to battle?
Well, we're not at war. We're not at war, but I can capture you.
What am I doing?
Sorry? What are you doing?
I'll chuck deck chairs at you.
You've done what? Sorry?
I will chuck deck chairs at you.
Yes,
okay.
I'm supposed to do? The boarding party. You will chuck deck chairs at the boarding party. However, it's still not a foregone conclusion here. So with our little markers, we say, right, this is the active task force. Should I coordinate? Interesting. I think I will. So because I've got some battleships steaming somewhere around there as well. So let's bring those in.
So they're on the lookout for me as well then, right?
Yes, of course. But
they haven't actually found
they're trying to head you off at the pass so my cruisers can catch up to you. So I'm attempting to do an engage. Okay. So modifiers. Common modifiers, no air support, miles out in the middle of the sea. Contact marker. Yes, we do have a contact marker. You are a fast ship, the Bremen, so it's a +2. I have coordination and it's good weather. That's another +2. This is +4. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have a chance of interruption because when I placed a trajectory, you weren't a station at that time. Just because you come a station doesn't give you an intel marker on trajectories that already exist, if you like. So it's +4, and the trajectory total is, well, it's actually 2, because the coordinating force has 2 trajectory markers.
And the other stations are 0, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 0, 0, but there's 2 there for the coordination. So on engage, I'm on the 1 to 4 table, on the engage table.
This one now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. On the 1 to 4 table, and I've got +4 on the dice. So this sounds
not good.
Not good. Not good for you. Okay, and let's roll the dice. 8. That's a 12. On a 12, that's battle. Okay, now if I get to battle the Bremen, so let's reading out. So engage action result in the battle are ignored unless the Bremen is in the target task force, in which case the Bremen is captured and the scenario ends. So I found you and I captured your passenger liner. That's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's the scenario. But of course, you can have lots of different endings here. But I managed to pin you down in the mid-Atlantic.
So I could have done things differently, maybe, or I was just unlucky, and you were lucky with the dice, or what?
Well, a combination. You didn't get the seize initiative. You could have tried to You tried to go to Kiel rather than Murmansk, so you could have kind of tried to skirt around Greenland and stuff go way out of the way, and then it'd be more difficult for me to get there. The trajectories would have been bigger. Yeah. You could have extended the Graf Spee so that. Remember, I was searching for you when the Graf Spee wasn't around, so he hasn't been ordered. he's kind of rendezvousing you in the middle of the North Atlantic. But
Yeah.
I got you first, so maybe it was
Yeah.
worth sending the grass bay a bit further on
A little further.
the
Yeah.
trajectory, because at least you could coordinate with him. Yeah. So there is that
Ah, yeah,
as
yeah, yeah,
well. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Indeed. Do you want to try it again, or do you want to swap sides or something like that?
No, we'll try it again if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah. As I
Now I
can't see
sort
the
of
chat,
got to.
so I don't know. Is there anything in the chat at the moment?
There's only Hethwell passed by and said hi. He's
Oh,
on his way
hi, Helpful.
somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
I don't
He's
think.
he was mid-Atlantic as well, was he? Okay.
Yeah, he was just that passed in the night.
Right. So, can you
Or
just
maybe
just for my curiosity, can you try and clone my trajectories?
let's come down here. These things here.
Yeah. Can you clone
No, no. Shall I sign out and come back in again?
them? Okay, sure.
And you can entertain. I'll still be here, won't I? But
Mm,
let me just see if I can leave and come back in and find you.
yeah.
Yes, it might reset the damage I've done. So, but yeah, isn't it a cracking? I mean, it's a very simple. What do you
It's
call it? Very simple
it's odd.
scenario.
It's straightforward and odd at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The
It's
whole thing is that there's only a certain things you can do. You need to work out the best way of stringing along a set of actions to try and get the
yeah.
best
So this
of
is
the thing.
something you can do. I didn't work that time. I'm going to try something different this time, and you sort
Yeah.
of get your strategies sort of honed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back. It looks like it's back. So, but it's got a weird overlay around it for some reason. Anyway, so I'm going to choose red.
So you are you going to be?
Oh no, it's not back. No, it's not back.
No, the hmm. Maybe if
I don't know what's going on with that then.
maybe if I restarted the whole thing, maybe it'll put back.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Let's do that.
Let's try that.
Otherwise,
So,
it's going to annoy me and my people. So apologies for that.
So go back to the main menu.
We're playing again, Jester. We're playing again. I got captured. Hold on, let me do this. Let me do this. If you're going to sign out before you do it, yeah, let me do this. Oh no, you've done it. Oh, I was going to flip the table. I was going to flip the table.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
yeah,
so
no.
I'll create.
Yeah. Yeah, Jester, we're going to try again. I got captured quite early, so I'm going to try a different tactic this time.
Yeah, I mean it's essentially a learning. Yeah, it's back to normal now. You
it's
should be.
It's a two-player learning scenario.
Yeah, so if you it's not. I mean, it's a competitive scenario, but it's introductory because some of the bits you don't even you can't even do or until later on in the game possibly. Scenario. So I'm back in. Are you back in?
Let me check. Okay, let me. So I didn't realise. Of course, I have to sign in again, don't I? Join. Takes forever. My toaster of a computer. Oh, here we are. There we go. Connect. Put the old thingy in. There we go. So it should go a little bit. Ah, there we are. Look at that.
Yeah, you're coming in. You're red.
I won't touch it. Let me see if I can clone things.
Yeah, try the segments.
I'll try it on my one.
Yeah.
No, it's still out.
Let me
And I can't pick them up.
No, it doesn't work.
I get the little sign, the little infinity sign. Once they're on the board, I can move them, but I can't clone, but I can't move. I can move these things. Look, here we are. Move that.
Can you clone my ones?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I can move those. That's good. Okay, I can move them now.
Those, but you can't clone them.
But I can't clone them. It's grayed out for some reason.
So you can't when that's out in the middle, or you can't clone that.
No, it's all grayed out still.
And that one. Try that one.
No, grayed out.
How weird.
I could do the flip and all that sort of thing. It's weird, isn't it?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to Going to have
It
to.
could be something with the module.
Right. So we resetting for this one.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
So you need to get the Bremen,
I
the Graf Spey, and the
can't delete
Cologne.
that.
Yeah, that's right. I'll get rid of them.
So the Bremen is. Oh, hold on. I haven't got my ships on there.
Yeah. So you need the Bremen. They're all above the sheet. Every single
I can
German
see.
is above the sheet.
So we need the
I need
Bremen,
to get mine. So
and
I
it's
need
the
to.
Graf Spey, isn't it?
So I've got the Royal Oak and the
And the pocket
Nelson.
battleship. Let me have a quick look. So I thought it's set up. You can't set up the scenarios on here. You have to do it physically, do you?
Yeah, you have to do it physically, but it doesn't take too long.
Okay. So I've got 2 Köln and Königsberg.
Yeah, I've got. Which ones are they? Doesn't really matter on things like cruisers and stuff, but it's nice to be a little bit accurate anyway. So Berwick,
Move those down. So put them.
Berwick
They
and
go
Suffolk.
here.
Do bear with us
There
while
they go.
we just sort this out. Oops.
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
this.
good at placing
so
these
move
things.
that.
Southampton and Glasgow.
That, so move that up there. So Köln
And Glasgow.
and Königsberg as reinforcements.
And,
I think that's it for
Dorsetshire,
me, isn't it? Just those.
Dorsetshire and Norfolk.
Oh, hello. What's happened here? Let's see.
Norfolk. Norfolk. Where's
Oh, I
Norfolk?
got the wrong one. Hold on.
There it is. Norfolk. And
That one should be here. Right.
got some cruisers here.
There we go.
We have Hermione
So
and Aurora.
this
Okay.
this game, Carl, Tweezer's busy, has a 70-page solitaire book.
Indeed.
So yes, it plays solitaire.
Yeah, I mean, on the 2-player side, there's 9 operational scenarios. We're playing one of those, the first one. There is 12 mini scenarios, which are just battles. And then there is a campaign game on top of that. That's on top of all the scenario, the solo stuff.
All those scenarios are solitaire.
Yeah, so let's
so yes, plenty to be getting on with, Carl. This is
in.
why I didn't get it on the P500, because they didn't tell me about this. Didn't know anything about this book. It was only Mike Berticelli that said no. It comes with a 70-page solitaire book.
Right.
And tutorials. It's brilliant.
Okay, so
I know we're not getting.
you start with the Bremen at New York.
Oh yeah, Bremen is over
a station at New York.
Yeah.
These guys are in Clyde. Suffolk and Berwick are here, and Glasgow and Southampton is there. Okay, so that's there. And you've got the Graf Spey that starts in Wilhelmshaven.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Hold on. Let me just get that.
And your reinforcement counter, a reinforcement counter, starts in Kiel. So.
What was that? What have I missed?
Yeah, so you put the Köln and the Königsberg in reinforcement group A, but there's a counter for group A. You put it to the side. You actually put it in Kiel, so that's where they actually are. They're actually in Kiel, so I put it in the Kiel box on the side.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, and I've got to do, what do we call it? Who's in
Wilhelmshaven is Graf Spey. So it's your second task force. Yeah.
There we go.
So that's it set up. It doesn't take that long to do these setups anyway, so yeah.
So how do the trajectories work in solo? Just to answer Carl.
Exactly, the game doesn't change at all. The only thing is your opponent is usually run by a table. So you roll to see what they do, and it gives you quite detailed and pretty. They close up every single possibility of the results or the situations that you would find yourself in. Because it says if you've got one of these, do this. If you haven't, do that. If you haven't, we'll pass. That kind of thing. And so you roll, and you just move. You just do their moves as the table tells you, and then the initiative comes back to you, and you get on with your turn. So, but actually, how you do your turn is exactly like the two-player game.
Okay? Yeah. It's quite clever. I don't know how people think these things up. Especially people like Jerry White. Crazy.
Genius.
And thanks, Peter. Genius. Very enlightening. I hope you're being kind there, because I could have played better. But yeah, I recommend it, Carl. I've not played it yet, but playing it with Tweez here, it's been great. It's the component quality in the real thing as well is fantastic.
Yeah, I can now see the chat. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry about
that. I couldn't see it on the stream page from YouTube. I'm having to actually run a real version of the page, so I'm actually I'm actually in watching the live stream as well. If you like.
Yes, me too. It's weird because it's like a 7-second delay or whatever it is.
No,
so,
indeed. Right.
I'm off, aren't I? So
you are. You do have the initiative.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look.
There. Oh.
Clever. So let me just zoom in a bit and move that there. So now that station, is going to turn into a trajectory. Yes. So we get rid of that station, pop that
put it back there.
Then we will see if I can clone them now. No. So
you can't
do me the honours.
I'm the clone.
Clone me.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I'm going to try my mates this time.
Okay, so you're going to avoid Halifax?
Sorry. Oh yes, yeah. I've got to miss this because there's faults and airstrikes and things.
Yeah.
Then we're going to just come sort of up, I suppose, up here somewhere in between Iceland and Sweden.
Do you want to go through the Denmark Strait? Do you want to go between Greenland and Iceland?
Yeah, I'm going to keep well out your way this time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get up here, aren't I, to Murmansk?
Okay. Yep. Do you want to do anything with the Graf Spey?
Too good. Sorry?
Do you want to do anything with the Graf Spey?
I'm going to move that one out. And where are we? Let's pop that back here. I'm not sure how you're going to react to that, but oh, hello. No, it won't let me pull those out for some reason. Let me try once more. No.
I've got it.
That's weird, isn't it? So
it's very odd.
So I think we'll again maybe come up round this way, round the bottom of Iceland, and sort of join up maybe here. I can always come round and follow them, and then head back to.
Yeah, I mean, what you could do is you could. And I haven't played this scenario. I haven't played this scenario before this evening. So
what I may be talking, people who have naval experience may be going, "What the heck is Rough doing?"
So what you might want to do is put the Graf Spey in the way. The only thing is the Graf Spey is nice. It's a pocket battleship, but it's not going to be able to survive contact with, say, my battleships. So my task force is massive, and it will be difficult for him to survive. However, at the moment, there's no war, so that we can't actually fight anyway at the moment. So I'm not sure. I'm quite intrigued on what the Germans should do here myself as well. Actually, truth be told, it's interesting.
So can you clone some of those so we can?
Oh, sorry. Yes, right.
Sorry, I can't do it, can I? I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do, but we're going
So
to
where are you
meet up.
going?
You know, if I miss
Yeah, Bergen.
going here,
yeah,
and here,
yeah.
here. Oh, hold on. Shall I move along here, or shall I go up? I don't want to go
Well,
too far out.
if you're going to do a pass, then that's going to remove the first 4 segments of the Bremen. So
Yeah.
Effectively, you'll be on just off the coast. At
Oh,
earliest, you're just off St John's.
St John's
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I don't know if you want to cover that entire area or.
No, I'm going to come up to here. Can I have a couple more, please?
Okay. To there.
That'll do. Yeah.
Sure.
And then I'll decide what to do. Yeah, yeah. Again, I'm learning. I'm not
Yeah,
sure of
that's
tactics and things. So what I'm going to
Okay.
see what you're going to do. So I don't go too far down. So I'll be
Right.
twisting these round while you Now, that's it, isn't it?
Okay. So now you can keep going with your actions, but presumably a pass is the thing you're going to be doing.
Yeah, and I can't get rid of these, so I'm going to get. This is a fast.
Yeah. So you get rid of four trajectories. If
Or
you're doing the Bremen.
I'm
If you're doing the
doing
Bremen,
the
of course.
Bremen, yeah.
You're doing the Bremen. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your trajectories done there.
Thank you. So what?
Jester says he's surprised you
happens
like
now?
it. Of course they like it.
Yeah,
I've recommended it to you
like
guys.
moans at people. Just moans because I like everything, and I do.
Okay.
I do. This is great. This is great. I know. I'm sorry. It really winds him up.
Okay. We should have. Sorry, we should have a trajectory here for the graph space because that's where it
Oh,
started.
yes, the starting one. Yes. So I'll do those. You get. And now, what happens now?
Okay. So you did a pass. So the initiative passes to me. So
And then we check for weather, don't we?
I'll flip the tally over. I check for weather now. Yes. So we roll 1 dice. Oh no, 1 dice, idiot. A 1. Oh, it's a 1.
Oh, that's bad weather.
So Hitler was fighting Poland. Okay. So now we can fight.
Right. So we're at war.
Yes. Now,
and as a consequence.
Now this is interesting. So maybe I build a trajectory here for my battleship squadron. And go 1, 2, 3 to there. To there. Build another trajectory here for these guys. Claim 1, 2, 3, 5. And I'll still leave the other guy behind you. So let's just tidy that up.
Right. Oh, I see. It's okay, Jordan. We just started another game, so good to see you.
Yeah, you missed the first game, but yeah, you haven't lost anything.
Yeah, I lost very quickly, and probably will do so once again.
Well, I think the Germans have a bit of a tough time here. I think. I don't know. Just move your.
Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. It's just again an introductory scenario rather, just to get 2 people playing. You know. Now you play one side, depending on the solo scenario, that will tell you who you are playing, and the AI plays the other side.
Yeah. So I'm now.
But when you're doing these types of scenario, the 2-player scenarios, yes, you'll play both sides, I would assume.
So I'm going to try and do a naval search.
Oh, are you?
I am. I think I will.
Hi, Cole.
I think I'll do a naval search for the Graf Spee, I think. So
Oh,
this, so
okay.
yeah, so I've got active task force. It's these guys, and I'm searching. Is that search? No, it's
So
strike.
just for those that have joined late, there are the actions you can do, and one of them is
Oh, actually,
a
no.
naval search.
What I might do, and this will make it a little different. I'll do this for illustrative purposes. I might actually do an
Don't take it
airstrike.
easy.
I'm going to
You
do
do
an.
an airstrike.
I'm going to do an airstrike on the Graf Spey in.
Coming out of Scarpa Flow, or
Yes, so I am going to launch from Scarpa Flow. There's an air base there, so that's the. I'm just
one
zoom
of
in.
the other things you can do.
Yeah, so because we haven't done that before, I'll just do that. So that's a launch counter, and then the strike is. Oops, is here.
How
So
far out can you go with a strike, the airstrike?
so 2 hexes, but they
Right.
get less and less effective
So why
as
did
you
you
go.
go there and not the other one
Doesn't
up
really
here?
matter.
One.
I
Oh,
mean,
right. I just wanted.
could have done, could have done, could have
No,
done.
just wondered if there's any difference or why you picked that. I
Yeah.
wasn't being
Okay.
funny. I need
So I
to
can
know these.
so I can now do an airstrike because it's good weather. So trajectory total. Of course, it's only your trajectory that counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So an airstrike on 7.
All right. I'll
So
answer. I'll answer Jester while you're doing that because he said you can play both sides. Yes, depends on the scenario, the solo
yeah,
scenario. You will be told what side you are. You can't play both sides. You can't play it again and play the other side. That solo scenario is set up for you to play either the British or the Germans.
yeah, and then you provide sort of the solitaire tables for one side, but you can take these 2-player scenarios and play against yourself. As you see, there's no hidden
Yeah.
information here at all. Well, not that's
Apart from
privileged.
the
There's no
information that's
privileged
always
information.
hidden, these trajectories. Yeah.
Yes.
What did you get, by the way? Sorry.
So yeah, I was just looking up what I needed to do. So I was just checking whether it's worth you doing any air support from
From Kiel.
yes, it's 2 hexes away, but I don't think it gives you anything.
Where would I find that? Is there a table
It
or
could be
something?
you could coordinate. You could coordinate with your with your air
Oh, with
force.
my trajectory, the airstrike. Right.
Yeah, so you might send a. I does it? Is it going to help? The air support won't help. So I'm just going here. Yeah, so air support 2 hexes away is a 0 modifier, so it doesn't really do anything for you.
No, I won't then.
Okay, so I've got automatic air support
Is
because
it?
I'm actually air striking you. Adjacent hexes are +2. There's no contact marker, no evasive maneuvers, no coordination. So it's just a +2, and it's 7 trajectory. Yes, which is your
1, 2,
trajectory here.
3. Sorry, it's just the airstrike doing it. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's just the airstrike doing this now.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
so it's
7.
just 7. So if we go on the
Mine.
airstrike area, it's 5 to 9 table with a +2.
Oh dear.
So let's roll the dice. 6, 7, 8.
Oh, it's that blooming eyeball thing again.
Eyeball, and you're not a slow ship, so you don't get hit, but you do get a contact marker. So I'll put a contact marker in that space.
Oh, you found the Graf Spee.
I think, did we remove? Let me just check here. Attach a contact marker to the target in the hex. So I spotted you in that hex, so you'll be easy to find in that hex. So what you're looking for here is that you want to get rid of that trajectory, because once you get rid of that trajectory, you get rid of the contact marker as well. So contact marker is a bonus for me. So anyway, so I've done my airstrike, so I'll just move this stuff out of the way. Now, if we look down on the airstrike action, after an airstrike, you couldn't have done interrupt because there's no intel markers. All designated task force except the target task force get a time lapse. I didn't do that. Now we do a Vive for initiative. Now, Vive for initiative is basically a dice roll off.
Right.
So you roll 1 dice, I roll 1 dice, and I win ties. That's it.
Okay. So just higher. Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 dice each.
Okay. Is it half a roll? Isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this to. Come on, do some proper. There we go. 5.
Oh,
You. Oh, did you roll?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got it. Right. So you get a tally, and I'm still there. So I've got a contact there. So what I want to do is I want to send my battleships the other direction. So I need to build more trajectory here.
Oh, I see. You're coming around the other way now, are you?
Yeah. So, but I can't just kind of just take off trajectory. Well, I could by a pass, but that'll give you the initiative.
Yeah.
So
And that's the last thing you want to do.
so I want to go here. Let's just organise those. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a trombone here around Scotland. Okay, so I've done that trajectory. Do I want to change any of the other trajectories? Probably not. So I'm going to do a naval search in that hex.
With that last trajectory block,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So with the battleship task force, I'm trying to do a search in that area. So that's launch and strike. We don't need those. Put those away. The active task force is this one. I am searching here. And I will actually get some air support coordination. So that's providing some air support as well.
It's giving you another +2, isn't it?
Yes, 1 hex range is +2. Yes. Okay, so air support +2. There's a contact marker, and I think you're medium, aren't you? Grass Space is an M, isn't he?
Let's have a look. No,
medium.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a +2 for medium or fast, so it's +4 at the moment. Evasive maneuvers, there isn't any. There is no coordination. Well, you could provide air support, but I don't think it really makes any difference.
It's 0, you said.
Sorry, it's a 0.
0.
Yes, it doesn't really help you. Not sure why they bothered doing that on the. Effectively, you need adjacent hex to do anything for your air force or for the inactive player's air force. So we have that's a naval search. The number of trajectories is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's a lot of toing and froing here. So it's on the 10 to 15 chart with a +4. So let's roll those dice. Oh, no, 2 of them.
2 dice.
Whoa! That's a good roll. You didn't need me to roll that. So that's a 15.
Get out of here.
15 for a naval search. 13 plus is a skirmish and a sighting.
That's a different coloured eye.
Yeah, that's a skirmish rather than a contact. So sighting means that I've seen you are definitely there and I've got you. So you take off all the trajectory. Actually, I'll do it for you because
I can't do it.
Doesn't let you do it. I may not
Game won't
set
let,
this.
Doesn't let me do it somewhere.
Okay, and you get your.
Hey, but whatever, it's okay. As long as you don't mind doing it.
Okay. So we take these off.
Do you take your trajectories off as well, or not?
No, I don't think so. So what happens? Skirmishes.
As you've actually found me, and you're a station now. We're going to have a skirmish. Is that right?
Okay. If the active task force is faster than the target, you may initiate battle. No, I'm not because I've got battleships and they're slow. So actually, no, there isn't a skirmish. So it's just the same for the contact. So I've still got contact. Actually, shouldn't have done that. So can we do a just send? Can we
That's a
send?
good thing, is it, about this? You can sort of just do a rewind, can't you? Oh, hello, it's trying to load again.
Yeah, they're all there now.
Right.
Okay, so that was a no result.
Oh, it's just
no,
because
hang on a minute. There was a sighting as well. The skirmish didn't happen. Sighting did happen. So actually, yes, we do get rid of your. You do become a station.
a station.
Yes. Sorry.
But because I'm faster than you, you can't catch me.
I can't catch you. No, that's right. Even with the air support. So search goes.
And you want my little token back.
And you need a token back there.
Right.
Okay.
Shadow.
Yeah, and the naval. And the naval search at the end. Time lapse all designated task forces except the target, and then siege initiative. So, so I can take 2 of these off because they're slow.
Yeah.
And you can try and roll a 9 plus 1 with a
9
2d6 plus 1. Yeah.
Sorry.
2d6 plus 1.
Plus 1. Oh, because of the
because you tally because you failed last time. Yeah, Jester, it is new. It's very way. There you go. So you've got initiative now. Over to you. You decide what happens. Do a weather roll first.
Right. Hold on. Whoa. Let's get.
You want that bad weather? That bad weather you really need.
Yeah. So, are we in bad weather at the moment? No.
No, we're in
what
good.
Do I need?
6. You need a 6.
Hold on. Sorry. Let me get. Let me roll it like this. There we go. Oh, I thought it was then.
No. So it's still good weather. Over to you.
Right. Now then.
Yeah, so hi everybody in the chat if I haven't been talking to you because I've been chattering away and also I didn't have access to the chat for some reason.
But yeah, right, so.
Okay. So I think there's a couple of priorities. Of course, you want the Bremen to move. You also don't want to leave the Graf Spey sitting there as a sitting duck for a bunch of battleships. Bearing down on you.
So I'm just a pocket battleship.
Yeah. So now you could you could break out past the North Sea into the Norwegian Sea by building a trajectory out, or you could scuttle back to Kiel.
No, I think we'll stay out.
Brave stuff.
So
Admiral Lutyens, very well done. In the best traditions of the Kriegsmarine.
I can't get those, can I? For some reason. Don't pick that up. Don't want that. I want to put that. Maybe if I zoom in a bit. Yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, I'm getting the little. No, I'm getting the little sign up. No, can't move it. So you're going to have to help me out again.
Oh, what do you need? What do you need?
I need my little blocks.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to come. Yeah, 1 here. So remove that. Yeah. So I'm going to move. Just give us a 1 there.
Yep.
1 here. So there's no point me trying to battle you guys because you're 2 big, beefy.
Yeah. You don't want.
Ships.
You want to keep ahead of those battleships. The cruisers can catch you, but you could possibly fight them. But you want to stay away from those battleships.
Another 1 here, please, if I may.
Yeah.
And another 1 here.
Yep.
And here.
I'll hide behind Iceland.
Iceland is shielding the Graf Spey at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe I don't know what you're going to do. I'm saying nothing because giving nothing away. But there's some cruisers there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let me just move these around and rotate to the right. Oh, to the left. Right. It's the only thing with this, with the actual pieces, it takes you seconds to do this, doesn't it?
Yes, of course, yes.
And that just needs, let me zoom in a bit. Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, Jordan, yes. Kriegsmarine not to overstay its welcome, absolutely. Yes, and indeed in this scenario as well. But what you do need, the grass speed needs to help the Bremen, because that's how you win the game. Is the Bremen, which is the all white trajectory
All white
at the
ones.
moment. So at
So
least it can help to coordinate. Or if you're busy, if I'm busy chasing the grass bay, I'm not following the Bremen, which is actually the point of the game, the point of the scenario.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can add some more, up to 15, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. You can.
12, 13,
Right.
14, 15. Oh, this does this airfield here?
No.
No, it's 1942.
Yeah.
It says
So
that. I think that means it doesn't come into play.
no.
So
I put one down.
Which is quicker? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't think it does make any difference.
Oh, right. So we just have them down and come. That was how many is that? Hold on.
That's 2 added.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then the other 2 sort of. Yes, thank you. Lovely.
Okay.
Just swizzle them round.
So now you've got a decision to make. So
yeah.
You probably want to pass.
I was thinking that, so I could.
But you can only time lapse one task force. Now,
yeah.
if you time lapse Graf Spey, you could remove that contact marker.
That's what I've got to do, though, isn't it? I've got to take a chance and hope these crews don't find the Bremen.
Well, now you've put in a lot more trajectory for the Graf Spey. It's tougher for me to find you than it was, or it's tougher when I made you a station and you've got away. So it's much harder for me to pin you down because the trajectory total is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So you could risk it.
Now, this contact marker here.
Yes.
Does that, even though I'm not a station now,
that will stay unless until you remove the trajectory. That contact marker will stay.
Still here.
Yeah. So if you do so if you do a pass and you remove that trajectory, the contact marker goes. But if you don't,
I've got to do that.
It stays.
Yeah, I think I've got to do that.
Okay.
I think I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
And remove this trajectory block from.
And as you're a medium and it's good weather, you get to remove 3 blocks.
Oh right, okay. That's what I was trying to find, but you found it for me. Right, okay. So I can't remove them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Sorry. 1,
from
2, 3, and the contact marker goes as well. So you're up somewhere in Iceland now. Yeah. And my battleships are now going in the wrong direction.
Yes, that was my plan, but I'm worried about these. They like
about the Bremen. Yeah, indeed. Let's
heavy cruisers, aren't they?
Flip that. So I need to roll for weather for my initiative.
So that goes back there, doesn't it? That's right. Yes, that little token. What a cracking game!
A two is still good weather. Right, what am I going to do?
I want bad weather.
You want bad weather, yes. I don't want bad weather. So I'm going to try and I've got to go and try and see if I can get hold of the Bremen. I think so.
Thought you might.
We're missing a trajectory up at the top of the Northern Sea. So I'll put another one there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I arrived at 15, 16. Well, I've got 17 there now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, it's 15 at the moment.
But I had 3 removed. Oh, no, I didn't take any away, did I?
Didn't take any away, no.
Sorry.
So I'm going to try and do a naval search here.
No, I've wandered down to Spain, get some suntan,
Okay. If you think it'll be useful. Okay, so there's no coordination, no air support, no evasive manoeuvres, nothing like that, no interruption. So it's just a straight roll. But my trajectory, well, this will be on the maximum table because you're 15 anyway.
Yeah. Plus yours.
Yeah, I'm something, so therefore it'll be on the 16 plus. So there's no modifiers. It's on the 16. and let's see what happens.
Nice low number, please. Oh,
It's an 8. An 8
that's one of them.
is 8 is a gap, early or late.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going to pick early.
Take it from the west side. That'd be nice.
No.
Oh.
So I didn't see you, but it's because you weren't there yet.
Weren't there. Is this what you did to me last time?
It is, yeah. And so
instead of being all the way along there,
we've convinced Kyle, it seems, in the chat. Yeah, pay extra to get it from second chance games. Well, it's always second chance games.
Get it from second chance. It's not the cheapest, but if you want it, I wish I'd have paid 500 now.
Tell them Rough and Blue sent you. It won't do any good, and you won't get any discount or anything like that. Just say it anyway. Just
say it, yeah. Say
or not, or not. Okay, so so the naval search didn't really do very much. Just shrank you. Okay, so I've got a time lapse for designated task forces, and then there's was it a siege initiative? Siege initiative after that. So these guys are fast, so therefore I can remove 4 segments. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you're right.
And siege initiative 9 or more.
Is that me?
Yes.
Okay, let's get that. Old Jester's off to play his live stuff. Playing this malarkey, whatever it is, baseball.
Whoa! Oh, terrible.
I know, this is why I'm knocked up these dice on.
You definitely lack initiative. Right, so we put the tally up though. That's something. And what are we then doing? Well, yeah, I'm going to try the same trick, I suppose, which is Southampton and Glasgow will try and move down the line, and we'll do another search.
You've got no modifiers though, have you?
Sorry?
No modifiers?
No. Actually, what I will also do, might as well, is put one there, one there, one there.
Can you do that?
And one there.
Yeah, your head is here, isn't it?
Yeah, I can go either way. On the.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can add to either end.
It is a real imaginary line.
It's just a trajectory. So, yeah. So.
That doesn't seem fair.
Well, they're just reversing course.
Yeah, but they've got round there quick, haven't they?
But they could have been. They could have been at the beginning of the trajectory. They're not necessarily at the end. Yeah. So.
I know. I'll just miffed. Yeah.
The Kriegsmarine commander is miffed.
Miffed, yeah. Put that in the log. Number 1.
Yes, that's right.
What was his last words?
21:44 hours GMT. I'm miffed. Yeah, there you go. Right.
His last word.
Naval search. We're getting used to these, aren't we? So you can't interrupt.
Apart from me with tabletop simulator problems, it flows pretty quickly as a game as well. Once you get sort of.
Yeah.
And we're only scratching the surface of some of the rules, I know. But
yes.
It's good.
Well, you didn't know anything about the game until we started. Well, not much. I certainly how to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total trajectory is 8. There's no coordination. There's no contact markers. There's no evasive maneuvers. There's no air support. So it's just straight roll, and it's on a trajectory total of 8 on the naval search. So where's my dice gone? Oh, where did the dice go?
I don't know. I was just saying to Carl, I know Zatu do it, but they're waiting for stock, and it's about 50 quid, 51 quid. So it's much cheaper, but you might be waiting months. I don't know. But if you go to Second Chance, tell Phil we sent you.
Probably bump the price up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I did look at Zatu. They're waiting for the whole stock of GMT games, but they Second Chance is their main distributor over here. So
yeah. Anyway, I'm going to roll. Trajectory of
Sorry,
8.
sorry, sorry.
Trajectory of 8. I've got an 8
8.
on a trajectory of 8. 8 on the trajectory of 8 is...
Oh,
it's a
that would have been.
contact. Got a
Yeah.
contact marker, and also you've got 3 red segments.
Very little.
Okay, and... yeah. So we get a contact marker there. Contact marker there on you. Sorry. And then you are reduced to 3 segments. Now, the interesting thing about that result, it's not relevant here, but it is important, possibly for the graph spay, is that if you are set 3 segments or less, you don't get to remove any segments. And the target player gains an evasive maneuvers marker. So this is that result, the 3 segments, is known as shadowing. Can actually bite back at you if the trajectory is small. But you're only... So I am going to... actually, that's interesting. I have to keep that trajectory, so I have to go from the other end. So 1, 2. So I kind of gave you a bit of a help there, but it is contact though. Right, so another naval search over. So time lapse and then seize initiative roll for you again. Time lapse, they get to... Right. So these all go, and they're now a station.
Oh,
oops, come on. Oh, where's mine? My markers seem to have disappeared.
Yeah, and the dice moved, and what, your little station?
Yeah, my station markers.
Yeah,
not there anymore.
You've got one for your...
Oh, there it is.
For this.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the one I was looking for. Sorry. Idiot. Yeah, okay. There we go. Right. Good.
Oh, yeah, look.
Seize initiative roll. Yeah. Seize initiative roll for you.
Is that for me? Yeah. Right.
So you've got a +1. You need a 9. 9
Come on.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
Spot on. Yeah.
So we now have initiative.
So you roll weather first.
Oh yes, that's 1 die. Come on.
Not quite.
No, nearly.
You need the 6.
So I think I'm going... Oh, crikey. These are the battleships here, aren't they? Crikey. I could now maybe think, hello, well, snip down here. Yeah. Dodgy going through the channel, I know.
Yeah. I'll just remind you, I'm not sure if it's any use to you, to be honest, at the moment. But you've got your reinforcements, which you could reorganise to bring on in Kiel if you wanted to. I'm not sure how much use there'll be at the moment.
Our light cruiser's going to be any good against battleships up the road there.
Well, I mean, what you could do is you could try and get them to join up with the Graf Spey, which will give you a little bit of teeth, and you could at least... You won't go up against the battleships, to be honest, but you could go up against the cruiser groups with a Graf Spey +2. So the guys who are menacing, but that means you're going to leave the Bremen to its fate, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you probably don't want to do that.
No, so it'd be best, I think, to move these up here towards, or out into the open sea.
No, you've got to keep going forward. If you go backwards, that just gives me more time.
Yeah,
to find you. So I would go up, probably up to where the Graf Spey is.
That's what I was thinking. Go up, even though the battleships are here. Let's go up and see if we can get them. I can't do both.
You could extend. Yeah, you can. You could extend Graf Spey as well.
Yeah, so we could meet in the middle.
Yes. Because remember, you're going to be removing 4 segments there.
So
from the Bremen.
Going to come up here. And I could move these along here, couldn't I? Maybe. Yes. Okay. I'll have some of these, please.
Okay. Oops, no, I picked up the wrong thing. There we go. Right.
And then one up here. Now, if I go through you, that's not necessarily...
I'm a trajectory, so that's not a problem. If I was a station, I'd get intel on you.
Yeah, so I'm just going to carry on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm just going to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go to my Manx. Let's go for it. He
1,
who
2,
dares
3, 4,
wins.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
And then we're going to extend the grass bay along this way.
Okay.
Is that right? Get away.
You're coming backwards. Oh, so you're not going to cover the Bremen. So you
I
can
thought
use it as a
Bremen here. Oh, I see. Right.
you could cut it as a
All right.
coordinating force.
Let's come and have a look at these. Not these people that annoy me here. So
Well,
one,
you're
two.
going to be removing 4 out of the Bremen anyway, so you don't need to go any further than here.
I was going to go. Can I go after these chaps?
It's 2 cruisers versus the pocket battleship. It's an even fight. I'm not sure you want to do that.
If you had heavy crew,
I'd say yes if you had the Königsberg and the Kölner with you. I'd say that would be something you should do, but I'm not sure that that's a good idea. I'm also faster than you as well, so
yeah,
you're only a medium. I would do that. I think.
Yeah. Well, get them out.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe you want to. Maybe you might want to get the. You see, the problem with a reinforcement roll is it's risky, because if you fail, I get the initiative. And
right.
And all you get is a time lapse of of 1 trajectory out of it. I think. Let me just check. I'm gonna reorganise.
Okay. Well, I'm just flipping these around.
Yeah, you get a single time lapse and then flip the initiative.
Right.
However, if you succeed, you keep the initiative. So it's a risk.
Yeah. But what's the fail?
On a fail, you get a single time lapse, and then
what
I get
is the
initiative.
Number?
The number is you need a 7 or more.
Oh, 7 or more. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
For reinforcements.
The way I've been throwing though. Wrong way. So I just try and tidy these up a little bit. The thing is, what else can I do now?
Of the fact that my battleships are the Iceland UK gap. They're doing some sort of pirouette.
Yeah, you seem to be using up.
They're all over the bloody place.
Yeah.
So I think you need to pass the Bremen, if as a priority, because there's a contact marker there.
Oh yes,
you need to get rid of that contact marker, otherwise I could just flick win the game kind of thing.
So if I tried to get the cruisers out and failed, I can't do that.
Well, you can do a time lapse. You could do it because you get a time lapse, I believe, a single time lapse as a parting. Let me just check.
As a parting gift.
Yeah. So reorganise. Yeah, 1 active task force performs time lapse, and then initiative. So you could, if you're going to do Bremen, you might as well do the roll anyway.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try and bring them out, and if I fail,
yeah.
If I succeed, that's fine. If I don't, then I'll do the time lapse on the Bremen.
Yeah. So the table's actually on the reorganise action on the actions menu on the player aid card. So 2 to 6 is a fail with a time lapse. 7 to 12 is a success. Keep initiative. So you want to do your dice roll.
Oh crikey! You know what it's been like. Mind you, I threw 9 just now. So 7 or more. Right, here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh!
Fail. So you get a time lapse, and the initiative changes back.
We'll take those 4 off, of course, if you wouldn't mind.
Yep.
Please, just doing that because I can't do it. And that goes lovely. Right. Okay. That's it. Over to you. Weather check, yeah?
Yes, weather check. Oops.
Look at me.
I obviously use your dice because mine have disappeared somewhere.
Yeah, where's it all gone?
I don't know. 1. So it's still good weather. Still
So
happy.
still, yeah. And we are just to remind you, we're at war now, aren't we?
We are.
Poland has been invaded. Okay, do your worst.
Oh, okay.
Let me just tidy that up a little bit.
Oh, or do I do that? Hmm. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Right. I'm going to get this guy actually. Put that back.
So what did you do there? Sorry.
I rewound. I didn't do anything. So this guy is going to come up here.
Wasn't that down here somewhere?
Yeah, sorry. Here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've met your type before.
Usually at the bar, I suppose. And we're going to bring these guys out.
So what are those? Those are heavy cruisers again.
Hmm. This is interesting. What the hell do you do? What the hell do you do?
Yeah, so Carl, it depends how desperate you are to get it, I suppose. He's desperately trying to get this Bremen, isn't he?
Yeah. We'll take this guy back.
Look at the mess you've made with all your
I know.
trick.
What a complete song and dance. I got the Royal Oak and the Nelson just dancing around in the middle of the bloody Atlantic. Yeah. Oops, not you. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do a naval search here. But you've got some coordination there.
Right, one,
because
two,
you've got the
three.
grass bar. I'm going to attempt to search for the Bremen.
Right.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I've got 3. That's 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Or
9, 10. I don't count
1,
the
2.
grass spade ones.
No, because they're shorter. 1, 2, 3,
Right,
4.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, I'll do it this way. Okay, so it's 14. You have coordination though. So the coordination in good weather for the target player is a -1. So it's -1 on the dice. There's no contact, no air support, no evasive. That's it. So it's a -1 on the 14 table. So this is not very likely.
Well, knowing my luck and the way you've been throwing, I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So 2d6 -1. Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look
I know.
at that.
Terrible. So that's a 10. 10. We've got shadowing and a contact. So right. So we have a contact marker here. and shadowing. So you reduce to 3. So we get rid of these.
Oh, I'm going to take the other side. Right.
I can't actually, because it needs to be where the contact marker is.
I know. I'm
Okay.
just
Yeah. Right, and I then get I then time lapse 1 task force, the designated task force, I believe. Yep. All designated except for so you can time lapse your coordinate. So the grass spay can time lapse now.
right.
I think. Is that what it says? Yeah. Naval search. All designated task force except target task force. So yeah, I think your grass spay gets the time lapse. Let me just check that.
Hold on. Medium.
So this
That's
was naval
3.
search.
So, yes. I don't know what
Yeah.
people watching think of the game. It's so different to anything I've played.
So when I time lapse, these disappear and I get a station. Grass Bay time lapses. It depends on which way he wants to go.
I
You
think
get rid of 3.
3 is medium, isn't he? Yeah. I think. Oh, crikey. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I go down here, we can support maybe.
Yeah,
I
whether you
don't
want to
know.
come through the gap or not.
Well, there's no point. It's got to stay. I think grass fee has got to stay up there, isn't it? Because it's got to support in some way or another.
Yeah.
If we remove it from the contact end, 3, we're going to stay here. Is it 3 we remove or
3. Yeah.
4?
So
Three.
you'll have 2 left.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter. It is a lot tougher to pin down. I was quite good on the rolls. I think first game. It
Do
was
I want
about
the
the
grass
initiative
plate
rolls. I
here
think.
or here? I think we'll have it here.
Okay. So you withdraw 2.
3, isn't it?
No. Yeah. Sorry. 3. Yeah. So get rid of that one, and that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a bit of a sort of
He's running away.
trap here.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to stay in. Oh, I
Well,
see. Yes, I think I may have done that. Hold on. Sorry. I realised the contact is here, isn't it? I should have taken them off this end. Can I rewind?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I'm thinking I'm protecting this end of it, but of course it's been contacted down here, isn't it?
yeah.
So take these 3 away, please.
Those. Oh, okay. So delete.
I think, yeah, I think damned if I do, damned if I don't. So
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Sorry, I was just trying to
Right.
tidy it up at the same time as you.
Yeah, I think that's the best of a bad.
To make it look nice.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Okay, so you've got a seize initiative attempt now. I think it's seize initiative from Naval Search Siege Initiative. So it's an 8 and
Oh, where's that gone?
where's that
Everything's
marker gone?
things are disappearing. What's
Things are
going on?
just disappearing.
Mari Celeste
Let's just
or
get a mark.
Bermuda Triangle.
Let's just get that
Off
marker
the
there.
coast of Kent.
Replace it with something else. Actually, no. The better one would be this one, I think. There we go.
Is that where it was on 0? I'm sure it wasn't on sort of 5.
-5, yeah.
Right, so it's 9
might
or
have been on
more.
1. I think it was on 1. I think it was.
Sure, I can't remember.
No,
All right.
no. It used to be on 1, but no, because you did a Yeah, you did a thing. Yeah, no. So no, it's on 0. So you need a 9 or more.
9 or more. Come on, dice.
Oh, close.
Oh,
But
neck.
close, but no torpedo. Right, what am I going to do? I'm going to roll the weather first.
Come on, we need a 6.
4.
No.
Nope. Still good. Still good. Well, I've got to try and pin down the Bremen, haven't I, with the contact? So this is you're not a station, so I have to do naval search.
Yeah.
So naval search again.
Yeah.
On the Bremen, yeah. So search on the Bremen. Active task force here, but the graph space still there to help.
Yeah.
So it's still a -1. However, it's a +2 with a contact. I think because you're fast, aren't you? As the Bremen. Yeah.
Excuse me. I think
contact
so.
Yeah, you're an F.
Yes, fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's +2 for that. -1 for the coordination with the graph space. Yeah. So +1, and trajectory is 3. No, 3, 4, 5, because we count the graph space as the coordinating force. So 5, and it's +1. 8.
Oh,
They're all decent rolls, aren't they? 8 +1 is 9. 9 on naval search, and it was 5, wasn't it? The trajectory was 5, and 9 is contact, and 3. This would be good for you. You've only got 3 segments, so I get a contact, but I've already got a contact, and then you get an evasive manoeuvres marker.
Oh,
because you're already down to 3. So I was shit at finding you. So you grab a evasive maneuver marker and put it in your on your task force. So
let me grab one of those.
Bremen. I've done it for you.
I was going to see if I could grab it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just off the board.
Yeah, I've got it.
You've got. Yeah. Okay, so you can use that as your little possible get out jail free.
What do those do?
So you can use them up as a common modifier.
Right.
So if you look at the common modifiers table, so evasive manoeuvres is a -1 as a modifier in good weather, or -2 in bad weather.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Or there's a few other things you can do with them. I think evasive manoeuvres, you can. I'm trying to remember exactly what you can do with them. Things like.
Oh, it's there. Look, where your thing.
Yeah. That's the interruption results. If interruptions happening, that you need intel for that. Can't quite remember evasive manoeuvres. Yeah, I have to look it up. Can't remember at the moment.
All right.
Can't remember. Oh, evasive moves on. You can initiative modifier as well.
Oh, right.
Use
okay.
Modifier. Oh, so yeah, there's actually a little explanation here. You can add 1 to Seize Initiative or Viper Initiative, +2 if bad weather.
Whereabouts are you?
So this is on the player aid bottom right, extreme bottom right. So it says it's got evasive manoeuvres counter there, and it talks about it. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
That's one thing that's very useful. So if there's an early, late, or shadow result, where like moving the segments in the middle, and instead of me removing the segments, you can use that marker to get you to remove the segments.
And
so remember,
move the correct ones. Remove the correct ones. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So you ones that are advantageous for you rather than for me. Indeed, yeah. So it is. They are quite useful, but you can only get one at a time as well. So you can't stock them up. So that was that, so that wasn't very good on the engage. In the naval search. So I time lapse, which is I don't do anything for that. So seize initiative again. So you get a roll, +1 this time.
+1 this time, right?
Yeah. Yes. Works.
So, I think we're going to continue on to Murmansk regardless.
Yep.
So I need some to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 8.
Yep.
Sorry.
Righty,
I can't do it.
Oh, what did you? I don't know.
Well, oh, I can move that. I can move it. I can't clone. Oh, we don't need that one, do we?
No, I'll just delete it. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Oh,
oh no,
on.
look, it's disappeared now. Look from there.
What the hell? Okay.
What the hell's going on?
Maybe some glitches here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you build that trajectory. Do you want to put a trajectory on the graph spay?
I do indeed. I think we want to now then.
You could try and pin those cruisers if you like. You could try
That's
and
what I was gonna...
engage those cruisers with a graph spay if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Rather than following the Bremen round, hopefully we're going to leave her to her own devices. What a rotter I am. I want some battling going on if I can between the...
Right,
so what happens there?
So it's an engage. So you roll an engage now so you're either a station or a trajectory in the hex. Yep.
So
I'm a station in the same hex. Yeah. I've got no intel on you, so we just take your. We might as well do your markers so that. So this is.
We know what's going on.
So you are engaging me, and your active force is the graph space task force. Okay. There's no air support. The contact marker has nothing to do. You do have coordination with the Bremen, so that will give you a +2, I think, because the Bremen might see me and provide you with some information. Yes, you've got a +2 for that. No air support, no contact, that's it, a +2. And and the trajectory total is 2. Oh, actually, you don't want to add the Bremen because you'll add the entire trajectory of the Bremen. So actually, you might so don't do a coordination of that. Just so it's no roll and it's trajectory of 2 on engage.
So we're on the first thing there. So it's
we're
double...
on 1 to 4 column.
Okay, here we go.
7 is a miss.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Missed me.
Virtual die. Take my virtual hammer and virtual.
So you time lapse the graph spay.
So I have to, yeah.
Yes.
So could you? Yeah. So that will remove that and turn it into a station.
Yes, but it could be either hex. You might want it to be a different hex, but it's up to you. You could be the other hex as well. You choose which.
Oh, you've got it. Where's it gone? You've taken it.
Yes, I have. Sorry, this is like you were having trouble. So.
Yeah, it'll be that hex.
That one. Yep.
No, I've always had it. No, that's just me.
Okay, so I'll just remove these out of the way. So it's a busy place here, and the only thing with the contact marker is is the Bremen. Definitely seeing you there. Okay, and then do I get a seize initiative? It's a Viper initiative.
I've finished yet or not? Do I?
There's
a time lapse?
No, there's a Viper initiative now, so it's a dice off between the two of us. Right, so I'll nick one dice, and you roll the other one.
I'll roll mine then.
I've got a 3. Yeah.
I've got 2.
Got it. Terrible. Terrible rolling.
I wanted these blooming things to get rid of this contact marker.
Right. So. My task force are all over the bloody place, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like a face. I can see a face. There's the mouth.
Yeah. I've got to try and go for the Bremen again. I've got a contact marker there.
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of that.
So it's a +1. Oh, it's a big trajectory though. 1,
Yes, it's
2,
huge.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got to do it. 11 on a +1.
And it's 0 for
Naval
my
search.
for coordinating.
Yeah, coordinating is a -1 for me.
Right.
So where's the other dice gone? Hopefully I haven't lost another set of dice.
Oh, you had that one last. I'll be blaming you.
Yeah, so +1 on the dice, +2 for the contact marker, -1 for the coordinating graph spay. And how many, was it 11? I think it was 11, wasn't it? Yeah, so right.
More than that. It's 15. No, yeah, right. Yeah, it was
A 9 goes to a 10. 11 on naval search. 11 is contact and 3 segments. So hang on, was I? Yes, conduit and engage. That's right. So 3 segments. So I'll. You can now use your evasive manoeuvres to choose the segments.
Going to use my initiative or evasive debris. Where is it? Down here.
Yeah, so that's a shadow. You choose which segments to remove. So you remove down to 3 segments.
I remove 3.
Yeah. So presumably it's all the early ones. So the contact marker goes. Bloody hell! You've actually got there. There you go.
Crikey! I didn't realise I thought it was just remove 3, not remove and leave.
No,
3.
remove down to 3.
Crikey, lovely.
It's a shadow, but it's a bad shadow.
As you say, those evasive markers are quite handy.
They are. So delete that evasive manoeuvres marker. Bloody
I can try a completion if I get.
You can try a completion. Indeed, you can, and you might get it very quickly. So designated task forces. I've got nothing to do. So it's a seize initiative. Seize initiative for you, with no modifier.
No modifier. Where's the dice gone?
Oh God, the dice have gone. Has anybody seen the dice under the table?
We'll have to tell Jeremy what's going on in GMT. This maybe we'll be the first thing.
The dice keep changing. I don't know how to do anything without that. Do you want to just roll some dice there and tell me what it is?
I'll roll some dice. Hold on. You're going to have to trust me.
Yeah, it's all right.
Right, where's the dice? Right, okay.
It's only funny if we've lost.
I've put all my dice away because I'm playing D-Day at Peleliu, which is diceless. Hold on a second.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds and I'll just get some dice. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. Modern technology, eh?
Yes.
Let's throw some dice. 2 dice for 9, yeah?
Yes.
I open this one. Here we go. 7.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Right. I don't know if you saw that, but anyway.
No, it doesn't. Can you not click on the objects button and add more dice? Okay. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh, right. Yes, the people that know more than I do, certainly.
Components. Dice. Well, look at that.
Oh, right.
Plastic.
Look at that. So I'll get a rethrow, do I?
We will. Thanks for that, Carl. It's our inexperience with TTS.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, okay.
Certainly.
Well, we'll take that roll anyway. So.
No. Oh.
Yeah, you did. What am I going to do now?
You're going to concede. That's what you're going to do.
I'm going to have to try and chase. Yeah, I'm
Mind
gonna
you,
have to
there's a
chase.
chance I'm going to get impounded here, isn't there?
Not when the war's on. You're okay, I think. Once the war's
Oh,
going.
okay.
This is going to be a very crap search, but we'll try it. Okay, so we've got the Berwick and the Suffolk, I think it is. Berwick and the Suffolk are going to try and naval search up near
Right.
Murmansk.
Before you do that, I may have asked this already, but my memory, goldfish. Why haven't you moved those trajectories all the way along this so you get a?
Because I want a minimum trajectory because it's the trajectory table. I don't want to add more.
The amount, yes,
Yeah,
amount of
yeah,
blocks. Right, gotcha.
yeah.
I
So
had asked it before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14.
That's
There's
good.
no, I don't believe there's any modifiers at all. It's just a 14 on naval search. So let's roll
So
these.
you're on here.
7. 14 naval search. 7
Oh,
is a gap.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. You've only got 3. Doesn't that give you? Um, no, it's a shadow that gives you a evasive manoeuvres marker, I think. Yeah, if no hole is created. Ah, yeah. So I take that segment off. Now there is no hole created, so I don't remove
Right.
anything.
Why didn't you take the one at the front off? You couldn't.
No, I have to take the one where I'm at.
Right, gotcha.
So I have to remove where I searched.
Yep.
Now,
Oh, I see.
no hole is created, so therefore no more segments are removed. I don't remove the other ones, and neither do you. But you get another
Yeah.
evasive manoeuvres marker.
Oh, lovely. That thing may have saved my bacon, as the saying goes. So evasive marker. Here we go. And pop it on there, and it's applied to the. I can't use it for any other.
Yeah, it's
task
just that task force. Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought.
So that was a naval search that went badly. Time lapse. So good weather. I'll remove 1, 2, 3, 4. But now you have a seize initiative attempt.
Right, so we need 9. Your dice disappeared again. What's happened to your dice?
Oh, bloody hell, really?
It's you. You're the dice thief. So 9 or more. No, hold on.
+1.
Do I get this +1?
Yes.
Right. Right, here we go. Come on. No.
Okay, back to me. So I'll try it again. I will. It's the only way I'm not going to lose the game. So I'm going to do another naval search.
Okay.
That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10, no modifiers, I believe.
Right.
A 4 doesn't look good. So,
oh, that's good. That's this thing again. Look.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I just remove that marker, and you've already got evasive manoeuvres. So
I have indeed.
So that just gets removed. So delete. So you're definitely not where I'm looking, and you've got another seize initiative. Oh, I've got another time lapse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Your seize initiative. You got a +2. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
That'll do it. Okay, so you seized initiative. So flip that, and you can do a completion.
Completion.
Yeah. So there's no intel markers.
No, it's not. more than 6 segments.
Yeah. So all
In
I can
active
do.
player 10.
Yeah, an active player attempts these initiatives. That's all I can do. If I don't get this with a 9 or more, then you're in port. So let's roll this. Nope, failed. So you take the Bremen off the map. So it got to Murmansk. And I think
I can't
that's...
do anything to get it off there.
All right, yeah, anyway. If the Bremen
So I
completes in
made it.
Murmansk... she's not confiscated, no dice roll is necessary. The scenario ends. If completing in Murmansk, the Bremen may be confiscated, but it's not. Scenario also ends if the British player provokes blah 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 blah. So if the Bremen completes in Kiel, Wilhelmshaven, or Murmansk, and is not confiscated in the latter port, the Germans win. There you go, you won.
I should have done a weather roll.
Oh yes, you should have. I'm not sure that's would have helped
I'll
anyway.
just do it just for the sake.
Yes. Well, I should have done the weather roll actually, wouldn't it? No, yours.
Yeah,
That's
well,
yours. Yeah,
go.
5.
Oh, yes.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. So that was okay. Thanks, Cole. Yeah, that's quite right.
Yeah, weather roll, indeed. Wouldn't
make I've won.
any
That's
difference.
I've won.
You've won. There you go. Bremen got away. He got to Russia.
What a great game.
Yeah.
And as I say, this is a sort of early 2-player scenario, so there's not everything in it. But what a cat and mouse thing going on there.
And we're only talking a few ships. I mean, you only have 2 ships.
Yeah.
You know, 2 ships. I mean, I had a few more, but 3 times.
I'm glad I've got it. I'm glad I bought it, and I'm going to be doing. I know a couple of people have done it, but I'm going to be doing tutorial videos on the tutorials, just so it helps me learn, and it might help people that are subscribed and want to get the game and help them along. And I'll certainly be learning as I'm doing them, so I can be ready and do the first sort of solo.
Yeah. I mean, any comments from the chat?
Yeah.
What
do you
guys think? I think it's kind of it's probably a bit over the top, but it's kind of revolutionary actually. Certainly on naval games, I haven't seen anything like this before. So, yeah. On operational naval games, I haven't really seen anything like this before. Normally you have this kind of double blind stuff, and if you're talking about such great naval games like Flat Top. And stuff like that. The nearest I can think of, probably Tokyo Express, but that is a solo game.
Yeah.
But it gives a similar feel, as far as I can think.
You're trying in Tokyo Express. You're trying to find them. You're trying to
yes,
contact them, and then you've got to try and shoot. Yeah. But this, I love the feel of it because it is like a war map.
Indeed, yeah. Yes.
Some underground bunker somewhere, and I hope the Bremen gets through. It's along here somewhere. Oh no, we've just had info in. These cruisers have come in and they've isolated it in these 3 hexes and all that. It's great. I think it's It's great.
It's interesting. I must admit, I'm a little bit proud of this pirouette in the Iceland and UK of my battleship fleet.
that may have been your downfall.
I should be fired for that really as an admiral. That's pretty terrible.
What the heck was he doing?
Yes, this is the main home fleet just buggering about in the middle of that. Yeah. There's all these cruisers running out. Guys, can you help it?
Willy-nilly. But yeah, High Beat Cafe. Yeah, I didn't P500 it either because I didn't think it had solo stuff, but it has. It's got 70-page solo in it, and 2-player game. It's which you can solo because you don't know where anything is. You're playing both sides to the best of your ability. Yeah. But yeah, I recommend it. And
I was thinking. Well, I mean, subsequent games on this. Rough's channel is Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Look it up. And put your link in to the chat.
I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
I was thinking. Well, I don't know if there's. You see, the U-boats are in this game, but they're kind of slightly abstracted, so I'm not sure you can do a sort of late war Atlantic here. I'm not sure there's enough,
Yeah.
but imagine doing a Mediterranean like this, and then
Well,
think about a Pacific.
did you
There's
notice on
lots
the
of
front of
stuff.
the box
Yeah,
it said Volume 1?
it did say in Volume 1, yes, yeah. So, but you can imagine, what you can
Yeah.
get out of certainly the Mediterranean. That's
I'm
that's
trying to
going to
find.
be quite a humdinger, I would have thought.
I'll put it up like this. There is an easier one, but I'll just put it up like this. I can never remember what the other one is.
You found it there.
Yeah, hideous long link. Something like
Yeah,
youtube.com/user/.
just search under YouTube for
Yeah,
Rough Swordsman Wargamer, and you'll find it. It's nice.
and welcome aboard, uh,
Yeah, yeah,
Cole.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You'll have fun. There's lots of good stuff there
I
as
hope you
well.
subscribe to Tweez as well.
Yeah, if you haven't, please do, because we'll be doing more of this stuff. Well, we constantly do a bit more of this stuff as well.
You do lots of other things. I do lots of other things, and we've just
Yeah,
recently started to play this sort of nonsense together, and it's great fun. It's nice to be able to play somebody else rather than playing solo all the time, which is great. I love solo, but
yeah.
it's nice.
So I don't know if Jordan's still in the chat, but we're due a rematch over the Egyptian desert. Well, not a rematch, a further on Tuesday.
What's that you playing?
Elusive Victory. It's the Downtown series. It's the Arab, it's Egypt-Israeli war. There's a raid, operational air game. Doing.
And that has to be 2-player, isn't it? There's lots of.
There is some solo
stuff going on.
scenarios. There is some solo scenarios there, but you do lose a bit. You do lose a bit
Yeah.
on the. There's dummy markers and things like that. So, but yeah, we're getting to. A big bit in that. It was almost, I think, Jordan's Israelis are on a bombing run, or very close to a bombing run, and my SAM sites are launching everything they can, trying to knock down any of his phantoms. But anyway, hopefully join us. I say I haven't announced it yet. Just check with Jordan and just putting words to his mouth and stuff. He can make it. Everybody's got commitments in the middle of the week, so it's not always on. But I will announce whether it is or not. But hopefully that'll be on Tuesday, and Hot Dry Season on Thursday with Pat Mullen, and maybe something else for the next weekend as well.
Yeah,
we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Yeah.
I've got next week. I think it's just unboxings because I'm trying to learn this DDAT Pelelu, but I am actually unboxing Atlantic Chase. So if you've not seen what's in it, or you just want to come and watch my vid, then that's coming up on.
If you haven't seen what's in it, what the hell have you been looking at on your screen?
Well, no, the unboxing.
I know
the
physical component. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I'm being facetious.
So that was great fun. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Rightio. Well, we'll leave it there and let everybody either toddle to bed or get some more mileage out of their weekend. And so hopefully we might see you on Tuesday. Look out for the announcements. But yeah, thanks again for Rough for being my opponent on the channel. It's great.
Sorry. I just before we go, if you don't know about it already, I co-host a what do they call it, a vlog stream every Saturday over at ID Jester, the War Room. ID Jester is the same thing. Just look for ID Jester.
YouTube channel. Cool. It's a chat show, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So, Well, we talk about loads of nonsense.
Indeed, they've had me on as a guest, so they've absolutely got no. They've got no sense of taste at all.
No, we have anybody on. We had Herman Luckman.
Right.
Co-hosting with us this week. I think we've got Herman back next week because our other co-host is still away doing stuff. Who's actually playtesting with Mark Berticelli his new game. Is it Mr. President or something? Is it called?
Mr. President, yeah, Mr. President, yes, yes.
He's playtesting that with Mike at the moment, so that's good.
Indeed. So yeah, lots of good chat there, and lots of information comes through there. I watch it as often as I can, for as long as I can.
Yeah, and
they keep mentioning me, so I'm all right.
Yeah, you always get mentioned. So thanks everybody for staying with us, and
Indeed.
hope you enjoyed. Thank
Yes.
you.
We'll see you next time. Until then, bye for
Yeah.
now.
Thanks everyone.